Hello everyone, we are going to discuss 16 to 30 GRE words which are starting with I from vocabulary.com. So I'm giving thanks to vocabulary.com, Google, Oxford and Barrons. So first of all, first word is indecorous. Indecorous. Indecorous is lacking propriety and good taste in manners and conduct. That means which is not decorated. That is called indecorous. Let's see in Google what is indecorous. Not in keeping with good taste and propriety, improper. That is called indecorous, and this is adjective. Synonyms are improper, unseemly, unbecoming, immodest, undignified, indecent, indelicate, indiscreet, immoral, shameless, loose, wanton, unvirtuous. Inappropriate, incorrect, wrong, unsuitable, inapt, inapposite, undesirable, unfitting, unacceptable, impolite, discourteous, ill-bred, ill-mannered. And antonyms is decorous. Indecorous, a pub crawl with sundry indecorous adventures. He was probably going to lecture her on her indecorous behavior and the scandal it would cause. He was probably going to lecture her on her indecorous behavior and the scandal it would cause. Let's Google pictures. You see two dogs. These are in indecorous mode. The woman indecorous mode, not organized. So the next word is indemnify. 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 Secure against future loss, damage or liability. Indemnify. 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 Secure against future loss, damage or liability. Mr. Charles Fox took care to offer only such arrangement as should indemnify him from all risk in the undertaking. Indemnify. Indemnify. So let's see what Google says about indemnify. Indem, indemnify, Nify, indemnify. Indemnify is a verb. Compensate for harm or loss. That is called indemnify. Synonyms are reimburse, compensate, recompense, repay, remunerate, recoup, requite, settle up with, settle accounts. That means secure against legal responsibility for their actions, and insure, assure, guarantee, protect, secure. It is called indemnify. So indemnify pictures. Let's see what Google presents about indemnify. You see, to compensate for damage or loss sustained. Indemnify, to compensate a person etc. for loss or damage. Maybe one person damaged something, that's why he is giving money to another person. And come here to indemnify. So indemnify, vocabulary.com, they have described to pay compensation for loss, damages, or similar expense is to indemnify. The insurance company indemnified its customers for their claims after the severe storm. One customer lost three cars, a robot, and a golf cart. The insurance company indemnified its customers for their claims after the severe storm. One customer lost three cars, a robot, and a golf cart. Synonyms is cover, insure, underwrite, secure against future loss, damage, or liability, give security for. The next word is indifferent, a very common word, marked by a lack of interest, apathy. So yet, it's strange to say I was not alarmed, but passively indifferent. And indifferent synonyms are INDIFFERENT, indifferent. Indifferent is an adjective having no particular interest or sympathy, unconcerned. Synonyms are unconcerned about, apathetic about, uncaring about, casual about, nonchalant about, nonchalant, nonchalant about, offhand about, uninterested, uninvolved, in with, or impassive, dispassionate, aloof, insouciant. Insouciant means indifferent. Insouciant, detached, distant, unresponsive, passionless, unemotional, emotionless, unmoved, unfeeling, unsympathetic, callous. Callous means very hard, who has no feelings. Callous, Callous. Callous means indifferent. So, antonyms is heedful or caring. Indifferent, it's DIFFERENT, indifferent. Barack Obama is not interested in something, and he is showing expression that he is not interested. He is indifferent to something. And this guy, he has shown that I don't care. So that means he is not interested. He is indifferent. And then next come to the indigenous. INDIGENOUS. Indigenous is a very common word, originating where it is found. The nascent republic, made up mostly of indigenous Malays and Chinese, Indian, and Tamil immigrants, was not unified by language. So, indigenous people, we can say indigenous, INDIGENOUS, indigenous. These are indigenous people in different countries, and indigenous synonyms are INDIGENOUS, indigenous. Indigenous is adjective, originating or occurring naturally in a particular place, or native. Synonyms are native, aboriginal, local. First, initial, ancient, primitive, primeval, primordial. These are the synonyms. And antonyms is expatriate, migrant, or adventitious. Adventitious, migrant, expatriates are the antonyms of indigenous and indigenous people. So expatriate, migrant. These are the antonyms of indigenous. Next word is indiscernible. 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 Indiscernible means difficult or impossible to perceive. Come here to indiscernible. Indiscernible. Difficult to perceive. Indiscernible. 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 It's also an adjective. Indiscernible. Adjective. So, impossible to see or clearly distinguish. That synonyms are unnoticeable or imperceptible, invisible, undetectable, indistinguishable, unapparent, inappreciable, barely perceptible, impalpable. Impalpable is a synonym of indiscernible. Unobtrusive, impossible to detect, hidden. So microscopic things are indiscernible things. Nanoscopic things are indiscernible things. Infinitesimal, these are also indiscernible things. Impossible to see or clearly distinguish. That is, it means indiscernible. Antonyms are discernible, distinct. You see in the picture, you cannot understand anything from this picture, and it does mean that it is indiscernible. So difficult or impossible to perceive, that is means indiscernible. If there is any pressing going on, it's indiscernible to the naked eye. If there is any pressing going on, it's indiscernible to the naked eye. That cannot be perceived. So infer is a very common word. Reason by deduction or established by deduction. Infer. 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 Infer is deduce or conclude from evidence and reasoning rather than from explicit statements. That means you are inferring something without any reason. Synonyms are deduce, reason, work out, conclude. Come to the conclusion. Draw the inference. Conjecture, surmise, theorize, hypothesize. These are called infer. Deduce or conclude from evidence and reasoning rather than from explicit statements. That means you are surmising. That is called infer. Next word is inhibit. Inhibit is also a common word that means limit, block, or decrease the action or function of. Defense attorneys will argue that brain trauma inhibited Russell's judgment. Inhibit. Inhibit means limit, block, or decrease the action or function of. Defense attorneys will argue that the brain trauma inhibited Russell's judgment. So now come to the Google inhibit. 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 Inhibit is a verb It's a verb that means hinder, restrain, or prevent an action or process. Hinder, restrain, prevent an action or process. Synonyms are impede, hinder, hamper, hold back, discourage, obstruct, slow down, frustrate, arrest, restrict, restrain, repress, suppress. SUPPRESS, that means inhibit and prevent, stop, halt, block. These are the synonyms of inhibit. Antonyms is assist, encourage, allow. You see in this picture, a male or a female has been inhibited, or both of them inhibited by each other. So next word is inimical. Inimical means not friendly. Who is not friendly? Inimical. It's a very common word. INIMICAL. Inimical. Not friendly. Nutritionists know that crash dieting is inimical to healthy eating in the long run. That means crash dieting is not friendly to healthy eating in the long run. Inimical. Inimical means hostile or not friendly. INIMICAL. Inimical. This dog is not friendly dog. This person is not friendly person. He is an inimical person. Inimical. Inimical, tending to obstruct or harm. The synonyms are harmful, injurious, detrimental, deleterious, pernicious, damaging, hurtful, dangerous, destructive, ruinous, calamitous, opposed, hostile, prejudicial, and malefic, adverse. These are the synonyms of inimical. Inimical. This is an adjective. And antonyms is helpful or advantageous. Advantageous and helpful, these are the antonyms of inimical. So inimical, number 24 is injudicious. Injudicious is also a common word, lacking or showing lack of judgment or discretion, unwise. INJUDICIOUS, injudicious. DICIOUS, JUDICIOUS, injudicious. Injudicious is adjective, showing very poor judgment, unwise. Synonyms are imprudent, unwise, inadvisable, ill-advised, misguided, ill-considered, ill-judged, incautious, hasty, rash, unguarded, foolish, foolhardy, harebrained, hot-headed, indiscreet, tactless, inappropriate, unsuitable, wrong, wrong-headed, impolitic, inexpedient, undesirable. Informal is dumb. That is called injudicious. And antonyms is judicious or prudent. So injudicious pictures, you find Injudicious. Injudicious. Oh, in this picture, you can see this person is very much angry. He is shouting with someone, and he is not judicious. He is injudicious person. This person is injudicious person. Okay. So next is intractable. Intractable is difficult to manage or mold, which cannot be tracked. But both countries have a deeper intractable challenge that will, in the longer term, and get worse. So intractable, INTRACTABLE, intractable. Intractable synonyms. This is an adjective, hard to control or deal with. Unmanageable, uncontrollable, ungovernable. Ungovernable, out of control, out of hand, impossible to cope with. And difficult, awkward, complex, troublesome, demanding, burdensome things are intractable or unmanageable, uncontrollable. And antonyms is manageable. So you can see this man's position is intractable position because he is suffering maybe back pain and mental pain too. This is not manageable. It is unmanageable or intractable pain. Intractable, difficult to manage or mold. But both countries have a deeper intractable challenge that will, in the longer term, get worse. And number 26 is intransigent. Intransigent means impervious to pleas, persuasion, requests, or reason. Intransigent. While some back-channel communications continued on Monday, each side sought to publicly portray the other as intransigent. While some back-channel communications continued on Monday, each side sought to publicly portray the other as intransigent. Let's see in the Google what is the meaning of intransigent. INTRANSIGENT, intransigent. This is an adjective. Intransigent, unwilling or refusing to change one's views or to agree about something. Synonyms are uncompromising, inflexible, unbending, unyielding, unshakable, unwavering, dissolute, unpersuadable, stubborn, uncooperative. So, stubborn means intransigent, stubborn, uncooperative, unaccommodating, obstinate, obdurate. Obdurate means intransigent, obdurate, pig-headed, single-minded, iron-willed, diehard, immovable. Diehard means intransigent, immovable, unrelenting, inexorable, inveterate. Inveterate means intransigent. Inveterate, Inveterate. Inveterate means intransigent, rigid, tough, firm, determined, adamant, tenacious. The antonyms are compliant or flexible. Compliant or flexible are the antonyms of intransigent. Intransigent means diehard, stubborn, obdurate, rigid, tough, uncompromising, inflexible. Intransigent. Transigent. Intransigent. You see in the picture, maybe husband and wife, they do not want to listen to each other and they are in intransigent mood. They both are intransigent. They both are stubborn. They both are obdurate to pursue. This man is showing some intransigent picture and he is now in intransigent position. That means he is in diehard position. Then next come to the intrinsic. Intrinsic, it's a very common word, belonging to a thing by its very nature. We can say intrinsic value and extrinsic value. Intrinsic motivation will be far more enduring than external incentives. So intrinsic, intrinsic. Intrinsic. Intrinsic means belonging naturally or essential. Intrinsic. Synonyms are inherent, innate, inborn, inbred, congenital, natural, native, constitutional, built-in, ingrained, deep-rooted, inseparable, permanent, indelible, ineradicable, in and antonyms is extrinsic or acquired. So intrinsic is belonging naturally or essential. In the picture, you see the heart is intrinsic position and other things, those are in extrinsic position. A heart is innate or inborn, inbuilt. It is very much natural. 28. Number 28 is invalidated. Invalidated means deprived of legal force. Deprived of legal force, that means invalidated. In recent years, courts have invalidated mayoral elections in Illinois and Indiana because of fraudulent absentee ballots. In recent years, courts have invalidated mayoral elections in Illinois and Indiana because of fraudulent absentee ballots. So invalidated means which is not valid, something like this. Invalidated. D-A-T-E-D. Invalidated. Synonyms are disprove, refute, prove to be false, explode, contradict, reboot, rebut, negate, gainsay, belie, discredit, expose, debunk, weaken, undermine, compromise. confute, undermine, compromise, weaken. These are the synonyms of invalidate. That means prove to be false. And antonyms is validate or support. Invalidate. 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 Validate. Invalidate. The man is cutting off a debit card or credit card. That means he is invalidating the credit card. Invalidated. Deprived of legal force. In recent years, courts have invalidated mayoral elections in Illinois and Indiana because of fraudulent absentee ballots. Invigoration. 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 Invigoration means quality of being active or spirited or alive and vigorous. Quality of being active or spirited or alive and vigorous. That is called invigoration. We too were somewhat tired, but the glorious sight that burst upon us bathed our spirits afresh in the waters of invigoration. We too were somewhat tired, but the glorious sight that burst upon us bathed our spirits afresh in the waters of invigoration. Invigoration. So now come to the invigoration. 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 Okay, you are not finding the invigoration in Google. So let's see what vocabulary.com says about invigoration. Invigoration, Invigoration. Invigoration. Invigoration means animation and vivification. That is called invigoration. The activity of giving vitality and vigor to something. Invigoration. That means making something vigor. Activation, energizing. Making something energetic is called invigoration. It's called invigoration. And the next last word is infallible. Infallible. Infallible means incapable of failure or error. Incapable of failure or error. While some entrepreneurs may have stronger attributes than others, none are infallible. While some entrepreneurs may have stronger attributes than others, none are infallible. So come here to infallible. 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 Infallible means, this is an adjective, infallible. Incapable of making mistakes or being wrong. Synonyms are unerring, error-free, unfailing, faultless, flawless, impeccable, perfect, true, uncanny, precise, accurate, meticulous, scrupulous. Scrupulous means infallible, that means faultless, scrupulous, meticulous. Meticulous, these are positive words. Impeccable. Impeccable. Impeccable, infallible. Infallible and impeccable. Impeccable, impeccable, infallible, meticulous, accurate, scrupulous, infallible, 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 scrupulous, meticulous, impeccable, perfect, true, uncanny, flawless, faultless, unfailing, error-free, unerring. These are the synonyms of infallible. Let's see a picture of infallible. Infallible. No, they are showing all products. So, infallible. Infallible means flawless, incapable of making mistakes or being wrong. That means impeccable. Impeccable, impeccable, perfect. Infallible means perfect, flawless. True, uncanny, precise, accurate, meticulous, scrupulous. Unerring, Unerring, unerring. And error-free, unfailing, faultless. That is called infallible. Infallible, infallible. While some entrepreneurs may have stronger attributes than others, none are infallible. So none are flawless. None are perfect. That is called infallible. So we are going to revise those words 16 to 30. First word was indecorous. Indecorous means lacking propriety and good taste in manners and conduct. That means which is not decorous. That is called indecorous. And indemnify. Indemnify means secure against future loss, damage or liability. That is called indemnify. 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 And the next word is indifferent. It's a very common word that means marked by a lack of interest, apathetic, called indifferent. Indigenous. This is also a very common word, indigenous person. That means aboriginal person, originating where it is found. And indiscernible. Indiscernible means difficult or impossible to perceive, which cannot be perceived. That is called indiscernible. 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 Infer. Infer means surmise. Reason by deduction, established by deduction. That is called infer. Inhibit. Inhibit means limit, block, or decrease the action or function of. Defense attorneys will argue that brain trauma inhibited Russell's judgment. Inimical. Inimical. Inimical means hostile, not friendly. Inimical. Injudicious. Injudicious means lacking or showing lack of judgment or discretion, unwise. Injudicious. Injudicious. Lacking or showing lack of judgment or discretion, unwise. That is called injudicious. Intractable. Intractable is difficult to manage or mold, which cannot be, which is not tractable. Intransigent. Intransigent means impervious to pleas, persuasion, request, or reason. While some back-channel communications continued on Monday, each side sought to publicly portray the other as intransigent. So the next word is intrinsic. Intrinsic means belonging to a thing by its very nature. So intrinsic value, extrinsic value. The heart is intrinsic. It is that means it is inborn, inbuilt. Invalidated, deprived of legal force, which is not validated, that is called invalidated. And invigoration, invigoration quality of being active or spirited or alive and vigorous. Invigoration, that means making something energetic is called invigoration. Infallible, infallible is incapable of failure or error. Infallible, 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 incapable of failure or error, that is called infallible. So intransigent, INTRANSIGENT, intransigent means unwilling or refusing to change one's views or to agree about something, that's called intransigent. Uncompromising, inflexible, unbending, unyielding, unshakable, unwavering, resolute, unpersuadable, and uncooperative, stubborn, obdurate are called intransigent. So we have revised 15 words, and thanks for watching my video. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe. At last, I am giving thanks to vocabulary.com, Google, and Oxford Dictionary, also the Barrons. Just keep in mind, this is not a commercial video. Thank you very much.